Okay, so this is the first video. Just to kind of cut right to the chase. I'm 40 going on 41. I used to lift a lot, stopped for work and other things, kind of got ill for a while. And in an effort to sort of have an accountability mechanism, I thought it would be good to just sort of record my daily workouts and put them up. And it's not necessarily that anybody has to watch them or that they have to partake in them or interact with them. It's just something that I can point to say, hey, I did this every day, with exception to, a day a week or something like that. So I'm going to be, this is Rudolph, by the way, I'm going to be posting what I do every day, and it's usually about an hour and a bit, and it's going to be really boring, and I think I'll ride the bike from time to time. And just sort of, again, use YouTube as a way to ensure that I get my licks in every day. So a little bit more about me. Like I said, 40 going on 41. I've never been fit, but I've never been like obese or anything like that. Used to smoke years ago. Don't drink. Never really have. 15.4% body fat, which is pretty good. Getting on sort of skinny fat a little bit of paunch. Doing better than some others though, of course. And yeah, so the plan for today, I think, is going to be to reestablish my 1 rep maxes for a series of stuff. Now, if I bring up my computer and show you, I've got a workout plan that I wrote up, and I have 1RMs, like 80% 1RMs that were done, oh Lord, years ago now. And they aren't that big, especially for the upper body stuff. I have about a 7-foot wingspan. So my push and pull exercises and even my lifts are kind of, they're out of whack. They're a little bit lower than you might expect for somebody who's 6'2" or 3 and change, I believe. So today, I'm going to figure out what my 1RMs are for incline, decline, and flat benches using dumbbells because I don't have a bar. And then chest flies, same, seated shoulder press, and a dumbbell pullover. And right now, according to these old 1RM figures, I should be doing between 40 and 50, 5 sets of 8 to 10 for the benches. For the flies, somewhere around 35. Those are pounds, by the way. And then the shoulder press should be 30 and the dumbbell pullover should be 50. So I'm not too sure that's going to really be the case. I'm going to try to do those sets, actually. And if I find that I can't do them, then what I'm going to end up doing, I think, is stopping and doing a 1RM set, just to kind of see what's going on at 80 or 75% maybe. Oh God, this is Rudolph, by the way. He, whenever I start talking, he prefers to think that I'm speaking to him. And if I'm not speaking to him, he'll make it about him. And that's what he's doing now. All right, are you good? You satisfied? All right. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to see if I can still bench 50 on each side. I don't think I'll be able to do so. We'll see how this goes. Hey buddy, look. Hey. Right there. What do you got to say? Anything? Okay. Gonna be good? Yeah? Here, look. Talking to the internet. Oh God, this is gonna suck so bad. I find it really difficult to work out if I'm just doing it for myself. And maybe that's part of the consistency issue, because when I'm lifting for a purpose, whether it be somebody else or for a goal, it's easier than just saying, hey, I should be healthy. And that's kind of what I would say is a maladaptive pattern, certainly. All right, let's see what we can do. Like I said, I somehow doubt I'll be able to do 50. I'm gonna try it. It might well end up being that my 1RM is 50 and I'm gonna go back to like 30s, which is really a mark of shame. But I haven't worked out consistently in about a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. Be kind. for a minute, and then we'll kind of just continue. Breaks are always kind of difficult to lock down. I'm never sure if it should be 20 seconds or 50 seconds or 2 minutes or 5. And what I really struggled with is having the return to energy, which allows me to do the next set in that 30-second to a minute range. And I find that if I wait longer, my workouts just get way too long. So I kind of got to struggle and find the median. Alright. Now let's try 50 again. Okay, so that's about 30 seconds. The other thing that I kind of run into is I'm able to do the first set, 9, 10, no problem, but then it seems to just stair step down. And I'm never quite sure if what I should do is just lower the weight to keep the reps up, or force through with less reps but the same weight. One thing I have noted, though, is that from prior attempts at this, it seems to me that what I really want to do, and what works well for me, is front-loading the workout session with the highest weights and then working my way down to the lowest weights, if that makes sense. Perhaps there's a reason for that that has to do with energy or just willingness to continue when the weights get lower, but I just thought it was sort of interesting. Okay. All right. A slightly longer break on that one. I had to answer a phone call. So, all right, we're just going to continue. One more of these, I think. You know, I think I'm going to stick to 4 for my first workout back. I don't want to end up burning myself out too much. So I'll do the 4th set of these, and then I think we're going to do the inclines. And those, at least according to this list here, are going to be 40s, and those should be a little bit easier than 50s, I think. Other vital stance, like I said, about 6'2", weigh at 178 with 15.4% body fat. That's right, that's what I wanted to get out there. Yeah, we'll see how that changes by this time next week. Yeah. So that's 6. Cool. So I think honestly 50 is probably okay with those. Current heart rate's like 104, which seems kind of high, but whatever. Okay, so I take a little break and then we'll figure that out. In about 3 months, well, let's see, what is this, March? April, May, yeah, in about 3 months I have to go to a family reunion. And what I'd like to do is, through being on spin and doing this, is come in a little bit less pudgy than I am right now. I've already changed my diet. I've knocked all the sweets and fat out, so that should be better. And we're just going to couple it with a lot of physical activity as you walk, somewhere between 10 and 20,000 steps a day. It varies. And it's my sincere hope that between all that in 3 months, I won't be ripped, but I'll be pretty good looking for 41 soon. Okay, let's try the inclines. Hey Rudolph, what's up? I might just take the breaks quietly this time. I've always wondered how much I should let my heart rate decrease before doing the next set, and I'm wondering if there's any research on that. God damn it. So I think that was 5. So in the second set. So I think what I should probably do is drop a bit of weight off of that, just to hit the right rep level. So I'm going to go down to 35 and see if I hit the appropriate reps that I want. Because I'm kind of powering out, and that was only 5 on the second set. So let's see if we can hit 8. See, this is the issue. Like 3 sets into the second exercise, I'm feeling like shit already. I don't know why. I guess it's kind of an energy thing. Because I seem to have good power for a brief amount of time, but I don't really have the stamina to keep pushing through. And which is going to lower the weights, which means it's less effective, and so on and so forth. So I'm wondering, do I just take longer breaks? Like, how do I maintain energy? Because look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more sets of 5 I got to do, or 6 more sets of 8 I got to do, or no, 6 more exercises with each. Ideally, 5 sets, or probably 4, 8 to 10. God, getting old sucks. I'll just keep going, I guess. Oh, white balance. Let's see if that works. Okay, so we're moving on to the decline presses now. And I have a 1 RM, or I say, I have a prescribed weight of 50. That ain't happening, I can tell, because these have always been my weakest. So what I'm going to do is, as opposed to determining a new 1 RM today, I'm just going to drop it down to 30. Recognizing again, I haven't really trained in the back part of the year. Now we're going to see how I do with that. I've let my heart rate drop. I'm under 100. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we got chest flies after, and those are pretty easy. I do enjoy doing those. Those have always been a nice strong suit. Good insertions. Okay. The worst part about being upside down is my AirPods fall out. Or dinner. Was easier than I expected, but if the flats and the inclines are any indication, by set 2 or 3 I'm going to be running out of steam. So rather than raising the weight and being cocky about it, I'm just going to stick to 30 and see how that does over the next couple sets. Hello, buddy. How are you? Are you good? Rano. All right, off you go. was the right choice. Okay. Well, first half of that was pretty good. I'm going to take a small break, actually a little bit longer one, I think, let things kind of settle. And then we'll be getting into dumbbell flies, flat incline and decline. And then we'll take another break. And then there'll be a seated shoulder press and a dumbbell pullover. So we'll deal with that after this message from our sponsor, which is nobody. All right. So according to my notes, circa whenever this was done, I should be able to do 5 sets of 8 at 35 for these chest flies. I just don't think it's going to happen. What I am going to do is I'm going to try 35, and we'll see if it works. Rudolph, what do you think? You good? You just going to jingle around there some more? Yeah, all right, good. Could you do it quietly? All right. So you're going to try 35, see if it works. If I power out, I'm just going to go down. Again, these figures are like a year old, so anyone's guess. Okay. Oh, God. My tits feel great, though. Whoops. Resume. There we go. Okay. So I already know my form is suffering on 35 because I think the correct form is fundamentally kind of closing like this. I used to do them straight out and just lift, but I'm pretty sure that also isn't ideal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the weight down a fair bit. I'm going to go down to about 25, knock 10 off each side. And in doing so, we'll see if I can maintain form. I'm not as concerned about getting these into high weight as I am about the benches. Obviously, this is just kind of a nice finishing move. So we will drop 35, start that process again and see how it goes. It's so weird to be so weak. To start OnlyFans. Okay, good. That worked better. So consistently my heart rate has been under 100. I don't know how to really feel about that. I mean, well, no, it hasn't been consistently. I got up to 126 there briefly. But I don't know, maybe should it be going faster? I don't know, I feel like I'm working out. So I guess we'll see. More to learn. Anyway, carrying on. So time has passed differently for you, but it's passed for me such that it's about half an hour since I got started. So in the half an hour I've done 5 benches. I've done 1, 2, and 3, and 5 of each of those by 8 or whatever. And this turned out pretty good. Took a 10-minute break. Now we're working through this. I kind of feel like time is the opposite of dilating. The longer the workout goes, the more stretchy time feels, which is really depressing. It's like getting caught in a Stephen King movie or something. Okay, so I think for the flats, I'm going to try 30 again. Shitty Chinese knockoffs. Suggest that we go back together. We'll see how 30 does. And go from there. Great pump. Feeling wonderful, by the way. I don't know, maybe it's just beginner's luck or beginner's zeal. But I feel pretty good. See how I feel tomorrow. All right, continue. So I think 30 will be good for that, and I'll make a note of that. I'll kind of change that in the system now. Okay, and then so I'm going to do 3 more sets of these. Obviously this is a 4-set day, and I'm fine with that. I've been fat and lazy for a year, so I don't think I got to jump right to 5. And then we do 25 on you as well. Shoulder press, I'm going to go really low. I don't want to say sensitive shoulders, but they tend to get knocked out of whack pretty bad. So that comes from an entire decade of canoeing when I was a kid, and doing other sort of more upper body, very sharp related exercises of manual labor. So shoulder presses, well, I've got the range of motion. It's very easy to either dislocate, tweak, or otherwise mess with stuff, so I'm super light on those. But we'll get there when we get there. Okay. One more. Cool. Feels pretty good still. I wonder if this would have been a more successful channel in 2007, 2008, back then. Because I think YouTube nowadays is quite a bit more, I don't know, it seems to be less personality driven on the small end. Like I see a bunch of small channels kind of like mine, and there's not much to gravitate me to watching them. I don't have a strong drive to be parasocial, and I wonder if we're at parasocial saturation. Everybody already has their Linus Tech Tips or their Jeff Nippert or the Mac Break Weekly people who they're already parasocial with, and I think it's, the waters are very crowded, saturated. So I don't think there's really much room in 2025 for this sort of content, at least not to be successful. But again, am I doing it to be successful, or am I doing it to keep myself accountable? Hopefully the latter. I'm lying a little bit. I'd love it if it were the former too, but I just don't think that's going to happen. All right, let me go. Fuck. Okay. Got a very patient cat here. Just waiting for the workout to be over so we can get some player cuddles or whatever. Where was we? Think about like that? Yeah, let's do that. So, as is historical as I've found during other workouts, this is sort of the period in the workout where I kind of start to drift and try and find excuses to take longer breaks and do other stuff. So that kind of means I probably do need a longer break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this last set, and then I'll take 10. I'll come back and see you, and then we'll continue with declines, then move on to the last 2 rounds of exercises. Because it's really, I found that forcing myself to maintain pace doesn't always work, because I'll find ways to thwart myself. And I guess that maybe there's a lesson there about just taking the time that one needs in order to do it properly. Going too fast, young man's game. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're getting there. I've got 3 more sets of exercises left. I think I fucked up the camera angle too. So what's left? Decline, dumbbell flies, and then we got our shoulder press, and we got our dumbbell pullover. I've reiterated that a few times. Never again. Man, mortality is weird. Like, when you're in your 20s and part of your 30s, you really don't think about potentially perishing. 40, it's when you kind of start. If the family average is correct, I have until about 85. So I'm 48% done living, and I'm going to start to die. And I think, for better or worse, anything that I do now is going to cement my physical and general health average for the next 20 or 30 years. So if I don't mentally do well, if I don't physically do well, I'm going to decline faster than I would have had I taken care of those things, right? So, hence, one more kick at the can. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to shoot myself. Kidding. I'm not going to do that. Okay. So, we're going to roll 25s on these. I don't know, it seems kind of counterproductive to do less on the exercises where I know I can't do as much. Because you'd think that's where I'd want to push myself the hardest, but I think the prospect of injury when trying to overload may outweigh any benefits from trying to go ahead of the curve and getting things done faster. All right, let's get started. I think 2 more of those will do. I don't know if there's a solution to burning out near the end of a workout. That is to say, oh my God, I've got 2 more of this to do, and then I've got 6. And, you know, how do you get out of your own head and just do the work? I'm asking somebody who has more experience and is able to do it, because I don't have a solution. Rudolph, how do you get out of your own head? Come here. Gotta get it done. Just get it done. Gonna be good? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Shoulder press. Okay. So I'm gonna pitch out a little bit here. I'm gonna go with the second lowest weight that these will do, and that's 15. And in frame. There we are. That'll do. And the reason, again, I'm doing that is historically I've had a great deal of shoulder issues over time. And the last thing I want to do is put myself out of commission when I have a day job that is essentially labor. So we're going to go with 15s. See how we do. Pushing for 8. See what we get. Let's see how this goes. There we go. That's what I was kind of talking about. I can push through on shoulders to a certain point, and then it just sort of, there's a hard cut, and that's what I've just sort of hit. So we'll take a bit of a breather, and I'll try sets 3 and 4, again with 15, and we'll go from there. I think I've just undertrained them for so long that I have no choice but to kind of suffer for the first little bit. One other thing I'd be kind of curious to know, and I'll have to do some research on, is to see how often, or if there's a set schedule when it comes to recalculating what those 1 rep maxes should be and what I should feel comfortable with. Is it every week? Is it every month? Because I've got like, I don't know, 30 or 40 different exercises I got to do a 1 RM for. And if I have to do that once a week, that's going to be a pain in the ass. All right. Okay, one more of those and we will move on to the pullover. In terms of real time, I've left my watch on pause a couple times, but I think we're about 15 minutes into this. The edit will show something different, but I think it feels like it's been about that long. So that'll be about 8 minutes per set, or per exercise. So I should be banking on doing, once I get up to 5 and actually pushing and having decent breaks, probably about an hour and a half every day, at least 6 days a week. Which seems like a lot because it is a lot. Great. There's that burn. Okay, good. Oddly enough, it's actually better to talk to someone as I do this, whoever someone is there. Because it kind of keeps things going. I can't talk to Rudolph. He doesn't really understand English. He understands food and cuddles. And hey, stop doing that. That's his vocabulary. Whereas you, the internet, know everything. So talking to you is always a hoot. Okay, short break. I'm going to go ahead and jump into our dumbbell pullovers. Okay, we're hitting our last one for the day. Look at these tiny little wrists. They've always been like that. I have wrist envy whenever I deal with anybody. I love big wrists and I got small ones, so I tell you what, wrist dysmorphia, perhaps. Wonder if there's a surgery for that. Okay, let's go ahead and get this pullover done. So, in the notes, it would appear that I am way out of line on that one, actually. Allegedly, I'm supposed to be doing 50. I don't think so. I'm going to try for 25. And if I find that's too easy on the first set, then I'll go ahead and go up. This is a traditionally fairly easy one, but again, the issue is, being of long super arms, 25 tends to feel like 30 or 35 or 40. If I were like a short king and my arms only went up to here, I'd probably be way better off when it comes to doing these sort of long, straight arm exercises. Alas, it's not meant to be. Some guys have all the luck, ain't me. Sorry. Good enough. Interesting. Feeling that right here. All right, that's it. thanks for coming along. That was day one. Tomorrow will be 3:25:25, and next time we do this is going to be Thursday, but tomorrow I've got the usual arm monkey stuff. So I got dumbbell curls and lateral raises and front raises and reverse curls and so on and so forth, and some tricep work. So what I think I'll do tomorrow is I'm going to lower the resolution, try and keep the recording going continuously, because 4K 10-bit takes a lot of gigabytes and it's a pain to edit, so we'll be doing that. Overall, how did the workout feel today? Pretty good. I think it's going to be worth filming this. As cringe as it is, I think it'll be good for me. This is the most conversation that I generally get during the course of a regular month. My job is very isolated. I've got the cat. Maybe I text message a couple buddies, but I never see anybody. So I guess, in a strange sort of way, whatever the parasocial is going the other way, I'm going to be dealing with whoever's watching this. If nobody at all, then nobody at all. That's it. Thanks. Have a good night.